Hi everybody, this is Sarah Griffith with Scaped Outdoors, and today I wanted to talk to you about one of the forms that we have our clients sign during our contract signing session. And I want to talk to you about why we have our clients sign it and also why we do it. And so this video is really helpful if you are thinking about going under contract with us in the coming months. We have a document that's called our social media release. I have this folded because it's actually one of our signed ones from our client. This is a very simple sheet of paper, and basically what it is it's granting permission for Scaped Outdoors to use images of their work from the project that will be completed at your property on our various media channels. It can be things like our Instagram, our Facebook page, our YouTube, or in more formal print marketing materials. The reason why we like to have this form is we don't want to assume that you allow this. Some contractors just assume that you're okay with it and they don't actually have you sign this form. I very much am somebody who values privacy, and I know that not every homeowner wants to allow this. What I will say is that in all the years we've been doing business, I've actually never had one client say no, surprisingly. So we offer this. So it's one of the last pages of your contract. You either number one, you give permission, or number two, you say no thanks. I'd rather not, and we are totally okay with either choice. But I want you to understand the why behind this. So I want to talk to you a little bit more about it. So as you know, in the world of small business, we grow by referrals, we grow by social media, we grow by advertising. And so in order for us to be able to continue to grow and increase our customer base, we have to share the work that we're doing. It is very likely that you actually probably selected our company and Kevin before you ever even met with him, or he was in the top running for who you wanted to work with based off what you were seeing on social media. I think that companies who show up on social media in a strong way, they really do a good job of painting a picture to the clients of what this experience truly looks like. We're very transparent on our social media. You see a lot of our projects. We'll show them to you, not just the end, but sometimes we'll show the process. And what we find is that our clients are actually really proud to be featured on our page. They're excited about it, and they actually like having the content made, because some of our clients aren't necessarily into making content on social media, but they love that we do it for them. And so what I mean by that is I might make a really cool reel of your process from start to finish in 30 seconds, or I might show some drone footage of your home with the project in the works. So there's lots of different ways that we do it, but regardless, we find that our customers are really happy to sign off and say, sure, go ahead and take the photos. I want you to know that we do not disclose your address. Never, by signing this form, does that allow us to say, we're performing work at 123 Wall Street. We don't share. We do not say your street. We do not say your full name. Once in a while, we'll thank you by your last name because, again, we're really grateful to be working with you. And we might say, thanks to the Griffith family for letting us transform our space. If that doesn't make you feel comfortable, if you don't want us to ever say your name, just tell us, and we're happy to not include your name and just instead say, here's the project, here's the before and after. Your neighbors will very much probably recognize the space, and maybe your friends would recognize the space when we're sharing it, but you don't necessarily have to say, hey, that's my backyard. So this is up to you on how much or how little you want to share, but we love sharing our work on social, and we're really proud of it. So that form allows this to happen. I want to talk to you about when your project is a bigger transformation. What we have been doing is we actually partner with a local photographer, and he will actually come out on site. He tends to come out a couple times, to be honest, depending on the level of your project. Sometimes he'll come out and get photos of the crew like in action. So you'll see photos of Kevin building. Those are professional photos because we sent a photographer out on site. In addition to that, on projects that are more full transformations, we are willing to have that photographer come and do lifestyle photos for you. And what I mean by this is after the project's all finished and you've got your new, if you did a patio, you've got your new furniture out there and you're just really starting to enjoy the space, we will come back with a photographer and we will take lifestyle photos of you with your family enjoying the space, and we will give those photos to you. So it's almost like you're getting a free family photo session out of the deal. In exchange, we ask that, hey, can we use these photos for our marketing? We're really proud of your space and your project. Would you be willing to do that? Some of our clients are interested in being on video for us. So we'll ask them a couple questions about their experience, and they like to have a video made about their project, and they're proud to share it because they love their new space. So these are things that we like to do with that. When it comes to more formal marketing, we sometimes will use your projects on like mailers that we might send out, or if we decide to feature, something in a periodical or a print source somewhere locally in town. But what also can happen is the manufacturer of your product. So if you use a certain type of we use a certain type of pavers. Those manufacturers often ask us to submit work that we're most proud of each year. And so the contractor can submit your project to the company, and then they actually will feature the project in their magazine. So what happened was a few years ago, we submitted some of our work. So this is a driveway that Kevin built, and it was featured in the catalog. So there's a picture of the driveway. In addition, they also did some lifestyle photos, and that was featured in the magazine as well. So this photo that I'm going to show you is actually at our own home in our backyard. If you look right there, that's Kevin. These are our children when they were a little bit smaller, and this is actually my dad. And so this was a really cool opportunity, because what happens is if you get selected, so say your work does get selected, the photos are actually, the company is going to send a photographer and also a videographer and a media, it's like a whole media team. They will come and they'll photograph your space, and it is a really fun night. You get to enjoy food. It's just like a once in a lifetime opportunity. That was something I would say is a really cool thing that could happen for your space. So anyways, to make what feels like long story short, we will ask you for your permission to take photos of your project, to make reels on Instagram, to potentially do some print media, and we hope that you'll consider it. And more than anything, we actually hope that you'll share it. If you see that if you say yes, and then you see that your project's being shared on our social media channels, please share it. Please share it with your friends, family, loved ones. We would love to work with them too. So we appreciate your willingness to consider this.